Services has multiple therapists on staff, so your questions, concerns, and counseling needs will all be met. Life'sJourneyCT.com. It's the best place to start your personal journey to heal, become a better version of yourself, and strengthen your relationships. Life's Journey Counseling Services, 70 Main Street here in Jewett City, Life'sJourneyCT.com.
Life is full of choices. At Jewett City Savings Bank, we can make one choice easy, finding the right checking account. We offer a range of affordable accounts to fit your budget and needs, and each gives you the freedom to access your money the way you want, online, through our mobile app, or with your debit card. It's your money and your choice. To learn more about the account that's right for you, stop by one of our offices or visit us at jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Family owned and operated. That's something you don't hear too often anymore. Highway Campers of Plainfield is now 3 generations in and going strong. If you're looking to upgrade or get your first RV, contact the family that knows RVs, Highway Campers. They'll walk you through the process of finding the right RV for you and can even finance it for you. Visit www.highwaycampers.com and find your home on wheels. After all, home is where you park it. Highway Campers is a proud supporter of Griswold Youth Football.
Your community radio.
Live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Paul Lash in the morning and 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
Like they always say things that aren't stupid usually. And when they are stupid, it's funny.
All right, it's Monday. Not Monday, it's Wednesday. Well, I just wanted to get your goat for a minute because I know how much you love Monday.
I hate Monday.
It's Mike and the team of the best friends on the other side, Paul and Megan, the best friends. The sun will come out tomorrow.
You try to cause hate and discontent here?
No. I just, you guys, are sitting next to me. I figure you're besties. Hey, bestie. What's going on, bestie?
Your facetiousness is causing division.
Bestie.
I got to turn up because I can't hear her.
All right. How's that? Better?
I don't know. She hasn't talked yet.
Oh, oh, besties. Anyway, so what is the big news story you have discovered this morning, Paul?
Well, I don't think it was a very happy day for Jill. Valentine's Day.
No, not Joe. You mean Jill Biden?
Yeah, Jill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jill told him, "You run and I'm gone."
Uh-oh. You think that's fake news?
Could be. But
where did you read it?
Newsweek.
It was. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll see what happens. I think. What do you think about Joe?
Me?
No, I'm asking her.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Bestie to bestie.
I think I need to preface it with I don't like Joe Biden. However,
yep.
I don't want to go the other direction and vote for a more conservative candidate because I feel conservatives are not looking out for my best interests.
See, now here's the irony behind this is that I don't know if you guys realize, the two of you, how close you really are in your thoughts.
Well, she's probably a libertarian.
Oh, what do you classify yourself as, Megan?
I'm registered as an independent.
Mm-hmm.
I try to look at every party independently. Big fan of the Green Party. I've done a lot of work environmentally just in my own life. I have always supported the Green Party, but third parties are kind of a wasted vote in the two-party system, which I think needs to be abolished.
Well, it's true.
See?
It's true.
We're bringing people together here.
Yeah, boy.
That's what we're doing here.
I've gone to New York for climate marches. I've seen Greta Thunberg. I don't shop fast fashion. Like, I try to live sustainably for the most part.
Mhm.
aside from, my plastic Dunkin' today. But
Let it slide.
that's what my really big issue is environmental. I am trying to go to college for environmental sci/wildlife biology. But it's hard to live sustainably in the society that we have created over the last few years, where we're completely reliant on plastics and fossil fuels and everything.
So do you want to get rid of your washing machine?
It doesn't matter to me.
You want to wash clothes by hand with a scrub board?
I think that
Don't look at me. You're talking.
I know.
Bessie over
I'm
here.
just saying
it's-
because that's one of the things they want to get rid of: washing
Well,
machines, dishwashers.
It's a matter of overconsumption. Is that in the American capitalist society, we've convinced everybody that they need to buy. That's the big problem with fast fashion, is that these brands are putting out new clothes every week to
Right.
match the trends,
Mhm.
when most of it is ending up in landfills and getting incinerated, releasing toxins into the atmosphere. If we bought less in general, if we had not as many clothes, if we had, whatever, not having a washing machine wouldn't necessarily be that big of an issue. It would be like washing your dishes by hand.
I'm just trying not to cover up your face. That's all from the camera. That's all.
And I personally haven't seen anything about getting rid of a washing machine, but
Yeah.
um,
Gas stoves.
gas stoves.
Gaston.
Yeah, they want gas stoves on it here. You couldn't have a barbecue. Couldn't have a barbecue. 'Cause
You
it's
sure
gas.
could. You could do it over a grate on a. I like doing.
You know,
that,
I
actually,
honestly think that.
for a wood fire.
I mean, we need to protect the environment, but we need to get things in place. You just can't drop it immediately. It's going to take time. It took us time to get where we are now. Now it's going to take time to replace the stuff with fossil fuel.
Megan, can you
With
move over just a
more-
little bit? Actually,
Yeah.
This?
no, you.
Me?
Yeah,
No.
because you're right where you are.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good right there. No. I just gotta. I don't want to have this
Mm.
blocking this.
Yeah.
You don't need to see me.
Victoria says you use more water washing dishes by hand than you do by using a dishwasher.
Yeah, because it's running while you're rinsing.
However, to counter that, when you're using a dishwasher, washing machine, etc., the detergents and stuff that you're using are contaminating all of the water.
Well,
back.
they've changed the products now, so they're
Have
they're
they?
yes they have.
Have they?
Yeah, they have. I believe they have changed a lot. I mean, there are some.
They've come out with new ones, but the originals are still.
Oh, they're still there, yeah.
But I
there
think a
are
lot of the new
alternatives
products
available.
now
people,
available.
People
So
are not willing to switch. Not
well,
willing to make the change.
yeah, well,
They swear by whatever detergent that they've been using for however long that's filled with microplastics and shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a bad word. I'm so sorry.
What's that's not a bad word.
What?
That's not a microplastic.
I didn't say microplastics.
What'd you say? Rewind the film. That's right.
But you know what I'm saying.
Non-toxic dishwasher detergent. I'm looking it up. Cascade has one called Platinum Plus.
yeah.
There's one called Seventh Generation, which is liquid
Yeah.
instead of one of those
I've been
pills or
looking
whatever.
into the
BioClean.
I've been looking into the Grove company, whatever it is, at Target,
Mhm.
which I don't like shopping from, big corporations, but that's just me personally. However,
And I can validate that, but she does like thrifting a lot.
I buy
She does.
everything I can secondhand. But Target carries the Grove company. I don't know what it is, but they sell cleaners in concentrate, so then you aren't paying
Mhm.
for a bottle of watered down soap. You just buy the concentrate and add your own water and make it to the concentration that you need it for.
Have you ever heard of that?
Where?
There's a lot of different things you can get. You can get orange juice via concentrate.
Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of products are concentrated. Yeah, yeah. A lot of cleaning fluids you can buy them.
Well, that's what she's
It makes-
saying.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah. But there's a lot of products on the market that are safe for the environment. Look at Simply Green is you can drink it for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's tasty.
I mean, I think a lot of companies now are moving towards the environment to protect the environment because of the environmentalists around their case.
Mhm.
They're also doing a lot of they make clothes out of recycled products now. A lot of stuff is being made out of recycled products. Yeah. So, but it's just going to take time to get there. It's not going to happen overnight. And I think that's what they're trying to do is to get everything to happen overnight. And that's what ticking people off. How are you going to fly a plane on batteries? They haven't got the technology yet to fly a plane on batteries.
Nuclear plane.
Or now you're going to go across country in a wagon train.
Nuclear train. Nuclear powered
No.
plane.
Do you really want a nukie flying over the top of your head? I told you years ago they tested. I was Pratt Whitney actually tested working on a nuclear powered aircraft engine. And this was done in Middletown. I think it was called the Connecticut Atomic Nuclear Energy Lab, which is one in Middletown. They actually had we're actually trying to test to see if they could create a nuclear powered aircraft engine, but it kind of went down the tubes. But there's still a lot of things that, I mean, look what they're already doing. Look at the lawnmowers now, battery operated.
Yep.
All your trimmers, battery operated.
I have
Chainsaws, battery
I
operated.
have a battery operated.
Yeah, everything's
weed
changing.
whacker.
Everything is changing to battery operated, but it's changing slowly. There's some things you just can't change. You know.
But here's the other thing too, and this is the problem that I have with it. As far as economically speaking.
Yeah.
We were looking into getting, even for this year, an electric lawnmower.
Yep.
And they seem to be really, really, good for what we need because we have a very small yard.
Yeah.
But a decent one is like $500.
Yeah.
For a battery powered one, where you can get a gas one for $129 for
Well,
a 20-inch mower.
And that's the problem with a lot of things. A lot of things that are better for you, for the environment. So you want more sustainable clothing, for example, healthier food, for example, like better for the environment. All of these things are more expensive. So in this mindset that we have as Americans, as a society, is that we need to have everything cheap. It's for convenience. It's for whatever's easiest for us. We're not thinking about the bigger picture of what's better. We're thinking about what's easier, what's more convenient, what's cheaper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think affordability plays a big role in things. It's like, okay, so look, if I take one season of mowing my lawn, it's a lot less expensive just to fix the old lawnmower, send it to the guy down the road, pay $50 for that, and then pay for the gas.
Yeah.
Instead of spending $500 on a green alternative, which, I mean, how many years are you going to have that before it really kind of breaks even? Now, case in point, solar panels. I'd love to have solar panels, right?
Yeah.
But when you still I have not had anybody show me yet on solar panels how it's going to save me money. The solar panels themselves have a life about what, 20 years before they burn out?
Yeah.
All right. If you sure, there's a bunch of different rebates that you can get through the country and the state and everything. Okay, fine. But still, by the time you're done, you're still spending more money on a monthly basis for your electric bill plus your
Yeah,
solar-
a lot of them give them to you.
solar
and
panels.
they take so much money. But here's an example: when flat screens first came out, right?
Mhm.
They were like $5,000-$6,000, right? Everybody wanted a flat screen, but you really couldn't afford it because of the price. Well, what's happened over the years? Now you can buy a flat screen for what, $300, $400? So I
Cheaper
think,
than that.
yeah. So
Supply
I think
and
what's going to
demand.
happen,
They're mass produced now, so
right?
we have an abundance of them.
So what's
Anyway, I gotta go.
so what's going to happen? This
Say goodbye
so-called
to your bestie.
the so-called electric
See?
take your stuff. The so-called electric lawnmower that you're looking
Megan's
for.
gotta go to work.
Yeah, go have fun. Is they're
You
gonna,
guys are not far apart. That's the funny thing.
It's going to be cheaper. Over the next 5 years, you'll be able to buy your electric lawnmower cheap because they'll be starting
Okay.
to produce them.
All right, so back to solar panels. I've had multiple people come
Of course.
and say, okay, so if my electric bill is X,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and now my electric bill with the panels is going to be X plus 20. To me, that does not seem to be a great deal.
Yeah.
Especially when it's financed over a period of time longer than what the panels are supposedly going to last.
Yeah.
Then you get the spiel. Oh, but it's upgrading the value of your home. No, what's going to upgrade the value of my home is interest rates. That's what's going to upgrade the value of my home, and maybe another pandemic. But no. But you see what I mean?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the look at a Prius. How much is a Prius? 30 grand, 40 grand?
Well, that's the other thing. Talk about cars.
Yeah. Let's go
Now you
electric.
take her. She's a young kid, right? If
Yeah.
they tell her she can't have a gas-powered car anymore, she's got to buy a battery-operated car. You think she's going to be able to afford $50,000 to buy a battery?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. She can't afford that. But maybe 4 or 5 years down the road. I mean, I'm not saying battery-operated cars are going to be cheap because everything goes
Yeah.
up, but they'll be in a price range where people will be able to afford them.
Daryl says this has been up for a bit, and I just haven't been able to read it to you. When the light bulb came out, not everyone could afford it. It became accepted in more mainstream. Change is expensive.
Yeah.
Victoria says, and at the end of the 20 years, what happens to those panels? Landfill.
That's it. Send them to India like we do with all our electronics.
Then Daryl says, looked at the Eversource bill yesterday. We used way less electricity, but the fees went up another 20%.
Yeah, that's the distribution fees.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't come from Eversource. That comes from whoever's supplying the power. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. Because
That's why I love it here in the mighty borough.
Well, yeah. Well, I think the borough's lucky because I'm sure they have a contract. They have a signed contract so that whatever fee that they're paying Eversource for their distribution, it's locked in.
Yeah.
So they can't raise it because they locked in a contract for so many years, probably. So
Here we are in the mighty borough, Paul.
yeah, I agree that, at one time the borough was much more expensive than Salem P at one time. So, and I was, oh man, I want to be on Salem P, but yeah, well, it's changed now. So what are you going to do? It's those fees that it's not the distribution fees, not the line fees that it costs. So you're paying for the supply the power. Yeah. Well, anyway.
So getting back to the whole Jill and Joe Biden comments.
Yeah.
She said that apparently, according to Newsweek, that if Joe was going to run for president again,
she was out of here.
She's
Not
shakalaka
that
walking down the road.
Yeah, I don't think she really means that, but she's just threatening him to say, just like anybody would, don't want your wife, don't want you to do something. What are you going to, she's going to tell you, look, you go there, I'm going here. There's been not even using that as an example. There are things that, if a guy.
But what about if he turned around and said, no, I'm not going to run? Then he's a lame duck president.
Yeah. Well, he's not going to say it, but
of course not.
No, but I think that his administration would love to have him run again because then they can stick his hand up his butt and twist him anywhere they want.
Are you saying a puppet?
He's a puppet. We all know that. People know that. Think about Joe in another couple of years. You think he's going to be able to talk and remember what the hell he's saying?
I don't know.
No, of course not.
I'm trying to find some information, but it's one of those things that you click a link that says it's
they
going to
hide-
give you
and they-
information. And then guess what? There's another series of links and then another
Oh,
series
I
of
know.
links,
It's crazy. Yeah.
That's right. The internet sucks sometimes. It really does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see who the candidates are going to be. Yeah. No. Well, one of the Republican side came out was Nikki Haley, the former United Nations
Speaker of the House. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's pretty feisty. That'd be a woman running for president. Mm.
Okay, so here's a car, the 2023 Nissan Leaf.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
On a lease now.
Yeah.
$270 a month for 3 years.
That's not bad, but it's a tiny car.
Hold up.
Go ahead.
Initial payment, $5,259.
That's how.
So you got to put 52 and change down.
That's why it's 270.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can make any lease payment, whatever you want it to be, based on
The amount of money you put down.
exactly.
Yeah. And I think the Leaf is a very small car. It's not very big.
It is. MSRP starting at $28,040.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we all know that, the bigger cars, the Chevys and the Fords and Teslas, they're up there,
Yeah.
which is what a family needs. If a family needs an SUV, they can't drive around in a Leaf.
No, it's
I wouldn't take my family in a Leaf because of the size of it, and you get whacked with that thing. I mean, come on.
I'd like one of those little electric cars, those little ones. It looks like a small VW Bug. You know what I'm talking about?
It looks like a roller.
Imagine
skate.
me watching a fat guy getting out of that little car every day. You're like clowns in a circus.
Yeah, but just think if you smacked into the back of a truck.
Oh yeah.
That's the problem with those little cars like that. Yeah, they're maybe economical and fun to drive, but you get smacked, it's all over. There's nothing to protect you up front.
Let's see. There's the 2023 Chevy Bolt.
Yeah. How much is that one?
Let's see. And that's kind of
That's a bigger car.
yeah, no. Oh yeah, it is. It's like a small SUV.
Yeah.
Starting at 26,500.
Yeah. What are you getting?
You get in the car.
That's it. Lucky if it's got a radio.
Yeah. And that runs on the hamster wheel. So anyway, I guess the point is that, are people going to go ahead and buy electric cars right now with the economy the way that it is at the prices that they want?
No. I think there's another 12 years before the gas separated cars are gone.
Erica says, never mind hitting a truck with one little things. Hit a squirrel with that little car and you're spinning out.
That's true. Can you imagine driving that thing in the snow?
That's funny.
Huh?
Yeah. Oh, no. I don't think I would ride it in the snow.
I mean,
Maybe I'll get a little 50cc scooter.
yeah, they probably got 12-inch wheels on them. Lawnmower's got
Look
bigger
like
wheels.
Look like a frog on a tricycle. I mean,
Yeah.
Victoria says the only EV I would drive is the Lucid. The one is like over 100K.
Yeah.
So I don't get it. I mean, it honestly doesn't make sense. I know it sounds like I'm whining, but it does not to me, it doesn't make economical sense. How many years do you have to use this vehicle to somewhat break even on what you would have spent on gasoline?
Yeah.
Now, somebody said to me, and I don't know this to be not true, but if somebody said, okay, here's a $40,000 car.
Yeah.
It's just a mid-sized sedan, electric, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to get a tax deduction of $10,000 at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Would you buy it? If you got a $10K tax deduction because you bought an electric vehicle and you keep getting that 10K tax deduction right along as for the amount of the finance contract, whether it's 3 years, 4 years.
I
5
don't
years.
know. If I would buy one or not.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
$10,000 is a hefty little deduction.
Well, it's a deduction, yeah.
Right.
But I don't know.
But would you buy it?
I don't know if I would buy one or not.
That's my point.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting to see how many people. I mean, you're starting to see more and more.
You're a car guy.
Yeah, right now I have no intention of getting any battery operated car at the moment. No. Now they're saying I know that a lot of people have classic cars. Those are going to be able to hang around.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to disband them so you can't drive them. You're still going to be able to keep them.
What, the gas cars?
The classic cars.
Right.
Yeah, they're not going to ban those.
And I have technically a classic car.
Yeah, you do.
One of them.
Yeah. Anything over 20 years is classic car.
You think I should sell it or get it painted?
Yeah. But yeah, 20 years. It's going to be 20 years old to be registered as a classic.
So the question was, should I get rid of it or should I paint it?
Paint it?
Well, get a paint job on it because it needs a paint job.
Well, think about it. It runs good, right?
Yep. It does.
It runs good. How much tax you pay on it?
Hardly anything.
What's your insurance on it?
Hardly anything.
What do you think?
Yeah. It's
compared to
your
older car or a newer car. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Scotzo Fryer. We bought a hybrid. I'm doing my part. Leave me alone.
Well, hybrid is a combination. That's kind of like a
combination battery and gas, right?
Yeah.
I think it's predominantly battery and gas kind of kicks in.
Which I think is a good idea because especially during the winter, if you're sitting there idling and you run out of batteries, you got gas to keep you warm. Yeah.
Gerald says the only way I'd get an EV would be to lease it. Once the batteries are used up, they are done.
Yeah. And what do you do with the batteries?
Yeah.
We haven't really
landfill.
We really haven't
they haven't addressed that yet. Have they?
No, I don't think so because I don't think any cars have been around for 10 years yet. So the battery issue hasn't popped up yet. Yeah. But we're doing all this environmental stuff here. But what about the other countries? Do you think China's doing anything?
Yeah, they're manufacturing balloons.
They're not manufacturing balloons. I mean, you think China really gives a crap about the environment? They don't care. Yeah. They'll let crap's going to all that crap is going up into the atmosphere and it's coming over here. So there you go. So yeah.
You don't think they care?
They don't care. They don't really care. There's a lot of countries that don't give a crap about the environment. Yeah. So what do you think? Think that stuff's eventually going to come over here?
Do you think we'll go to war with China?
What?
Do you think we'll go to war with China?
Well, there's a lot of talk about that, but I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I still think there's something in Washington where, Hunter Biden and all those, and Biden himself, and they've been so connected with China, you kind of wonder what the hell's going on, which we'll never hear about.
So I have friends that are across the street that own the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
So if that happens, do I go over and get my cashew chicken and just look at the guy and go, this is awkward?
Well, unfortunately,
what happens then?
But don't laugh because look what happened during World War II. What did they do with all the Japanese people that were here?
I don't know. I wasn't alive.
They put them in concentration camps.
Oh, well, I hope
not concentration camps, but they took them,
nice people.
I don't disagree, but they took them and put them in camps.
the older, the grandmother,
yeah,
walk downtown, and she just show wave over and go, "How you doing?"
Well, yeah,
She's
but that's
the sweetest person.
But those are U.S. citizens. But that's what they did. That's what they did during World War II.
Yeah.
So hopefully that doesn't come to that. Let's hope. We don't want a war with China because there will be something on this side.
Daryl said, oops, pop that in there. Daryl says balloons are cheaper than firing a rocket.
Yeah. Well, did they shoot down another one just recently? Seems the balloons keep popping up.
Victoria says telling Americans to get out of Russia right now leads me to believe there is more going on than we know. Well, isn't there always?
Yeah. Well, I understand. I read an article that there were Russian bombers flying close to the Alaskan airspace, and they actually put some jets up in the air to
chase them back.
Yeah.
But they do that. They've been doing that for years. That's nothing new.
Yeah, but now it's come to a point where
it's nothing.
I know
new.
it's nothing new, but now.
Well, that's right, because they want Alaska back.
They want that. Yeah, they do want Alaska back. There are some of them that want Alaska
I tell
back.
you right now, we want to get Anchorage back
Yeah.
into us.
Yeah, I mean, Alaska's got some pretty good sized air bases over there.
Yeah,
yeah. So,
yeah, but this is stuff they've been doing. These little air games and stuff have been going on. But
now
on sea they do it. You come here, we'll chase you back.
Yeah, but now because of what's going on in Ukraine and because of the threats that Putin is making, that's why it's becoming more newsworthy.
Yeah.
So there's your reason. So
I'm not afraid of it. It's not gonna. I don't think it'll get to that. I really don't. I do not.
Well, maybe not today or tomorrow, but it could be over the next few years. So we get a lot of stuff.
It always could be, Paul.
Yeah, we get a lot of stuff from China. Where the hell do you think a lot of our drugs come from? China. A lot of our goods come from. A lot of other goods come from China. You know, what the hell would happen to us then?
Cuba.
I mean, come on.
Ecuador.
I mean, we depend a lot on China for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but they also rely on us too.
Yeah, and their technology, they have a lot of good technology too that we don't have. Yeah, and they have their own TikTok.
Whoa! I do not believe at all that it will get to some world scale thing. You know, I think when it comes right down to it,
yeah,
they're gonna go, oh no, we don't want to do that.
Like I said, there's a lot of things that are upsetting Washington that the American people are not aware of. We don't know what they're saying. You know, they tell us one thing and they do another.
We'll just send in Epstein because he's still alive on some island somewhere.
Yeah,
he's got business to conduct.
Yeah, so I don't know. But
do you think it's going to get to that point? Do you think we are going to be living someday in a full-scale thermonuclear war? No shrugging the shoulders.
No,
You've had a long time to think about this, as have I.
It could happen.
That's not what I asked you, Paul.
It could happen.
Do you think that it will happen? In your heart of hearts, do you think something like that would actually come to pass?
All depends who's pushing the button, because there are people out there that are wacky that don't really care. They don't care what other people. They have no appreciation for life whatsoever, and to push the button is nothing. Do I think we would be the first ones to push a button? No, I don't think so. Putin has threatened it.
Do you think he'd actually do it?
The guy from North Korea, I wouldn't be surprised. He's a little bit on a, we don't know how he feels about it. He's a little on a wacky side. You don't know about him. Iran. People in Iran, they don't give a damn. So
I think the people do.
The people do, but it's like us.
Iranians, I mean, the citizens are basically very peace-loving citizens.
It's not the people. It's the people who are running the country, just like here. The people here don't want to have anything wrong. It's the people running our country. It's the government that's corrupt. We talk about, our government talks about all these countries about having corrupt governments. Well, baby, look in the mirror, because we're not any better than a lot of them. So,
just testing the sound information.
Oh, well, baby, look in the mirror, because we're not any better than a lot of them.
How far back we are.
Mm-hmm. So,
all right. So,
yeah. So, why are we talking doom and gloom?
No, it's just the way conversation goes sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
It's not about, really, being old, doomy and gloomy. It's just, you know, we talk about the environment, and then we talk about Joe Biden, you know,
Yeah.
and Jill giving him the hooskow and saying, "Hey, you better not run anymore." And you know what? You know,
Well, let's face it, be 84.
I didn't think it was. I didn't think he should have ran to begin with.
No.
Silly me, but I just think he was too.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not, and honestly, I didn't think Trump should have run.
No, I don't think Trump should run again. I don't think Trump should run again.
No, I don't either.
No.
I think they're.
I don't want to go
they're
through
just-
4 more years of crap of people, you know.
I don't
bitching-
want to sit
bitching
here and
about 'em.
say,
I
"Oh,
just-
they're too old," because then you piss off all
It's
the
not
older
the age,
generation.
it's his whole demeanor. I would think we need somebody different than him.
So the same demeanor in their mid 60s, good candidate or bad candidate?
Will be a bad candidate because
Okay.
now you got the same problem.
Right?
You need
All
somebody that's going to bring this country
right. Or
together.
would it be worse?
You need somebody that's going to bring the country together. You know, we need to get out of this divided.
Megan said it earlier. We're ruled by this 2-party system.
That ain't going to change.
Well, there you go. So how do you bring
You can't. I mean,
a divided country together
Yeah.
with that?
Yeah, it ain't going to change because they're not going to vote themselves out of a job.
I think we have to realize that it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
You're going to have people that are going to have
People,
their.
how many times have they tried to get in limited term limits?
Mhm.
Can't get that in there either because they're going to vote themselves out of the job.
Yeah.
Half of them are 80 years old. They don't belong in there.
How old Schumer? 60 something? 70?
Yeah, you know,
He's been in a
he's
long
been
time.
in too damn long time. They need some younger blood in there. Some people see the problem with these. They go in there as a normal legislator and be nice and you know, they're trying to do something right, and then they get in there and they turn corrupt.
Scott says someone non-confrontational, unlike the current informer. Teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah, but you know, I mean, that's a great idea and it's a great dream.
Yeah.
But is it a reality? That's the question.
The
I would
problem, the
ask.
problem is that they won't,
And one won't let the other have it.
and they won't let them they will not let them get in there to get nominated.
Yeah.
They'll find a way to keep them out.
I reference, and I know it's stupid, but I always reference like Christmas TV specials,
Mhm.
you know, and just because they have a lot to do with, I think, the way society is run. So like there's that one, you know, the year without a Santa Claus, right?
Yeah.
Where you have Heat Miser and you have Snow Meister or whatever his name is. And they go back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth.
Mhm.
Neither one wants to give up anything. That's what it's like being a Republican against a Democrat and vice versa.
That's true.
That's what it's like.
Yep. So that's why it's the same old people that are, you know, if we had some different people in there, maybe we'd be different. We keep electing the same.
What was your thought on Barack Obama?
The guy was a good orator. He could speak very well, but I think that he had a lot to do with the splitting of the country.
Okay.
Personally, I think he started it. Yeah.
Bush.
Well, Bush, I don't know.
W.
Yeah, I know that last Bush, he might have had some stuff, but I think when Obama came in is when we started to see a lot more of the splitting starting to happen. And then when Trump got in, that made it even worse because you know how Trump was.
Who do you feel has in your lifetime, not of all time, who do you think has been the best president that you've lived through?
You know, back then I was like everybody else. Get up, go to work, come home, and don't give a crap about what's going on with politics. That's the way I was when I was working. I mean, back then, I really didn't care. I didn't pay attention.
Okay.
You know?
So, all right. So you don't have an answer.
I don't really know. I mean,
Yeah.
we've gone through this high prices and no gas back in the 70s. I mean, this is nothing new. We've
Yeah.
gone through all this crap before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, we had Reagan, then we had
No, Scott said
Carter.
Ronald Reagan was his.
Ronald Reagan, probably. Yeah. Which was kind of surprising because the guy was a freaking actor. But it's just the way I think he talked to people. Yeah.
Isn't that really what it comes down to?
The way he spoke. Yeah.
I think that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah. I mean, he got rid of he got rid of the Berlin Wall.
Mm-hmm.
He got that knocked down. So, yeah. I don't know. I just think now. I think back then, I don't think the government might have been corrupt, but not to the level that it is now. I think a lot of people now see it is, and they just split the country in half. It was split. And it's going to take a long time to get it back together unless we find somebody that comes in 2024 that can really bring it back together.
So if you were to choose a Republican, would you say it was Reagan?
Probably Reagan.
Okay. If you were to choose a Democrat, who would it be?
Let's see. Who do we have?
Clinton.
We got
Obama.
Clinton. Yeah, I would not pick Obama.
Okay.
You got Clinton.
I thought Clinton was pretty good.
And I don't know who was before Clinton. Was it
Reagan?
Was it Reagan?
No. When did Clinton come in?
I don't know.
88? Because Reagan was in from 80 to 88.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't like. I think personally he wasn't he's not a very nice man.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
Especially Epstein. I don't think he thinks is.
Yeah. I don't know.
Mr.
Like I
Epstein,
said,
you know why I'm here.
I think I probably got
Bush Senior.
Yeah. I probably got more closer to thinking about paying attention to politics between Bush and Obama. Back then, I really didn't care. You know, like today, a lot of people don't care. Maybe it's different today. I think people today are a lot more interested in politics than we were back then.
Are they interested in politics or are they interested in a leader?
I think they're interested in what's happening with the country.
So they're looking for a leader, not a politician.
Yeah.
Problem is you're not going to get both.
We don't have a leader. No, we don't. We have a politician. Yeah. That's why we need somebody in 24.
Read my lips.
Yeah. We need somebody in 2024 that I don't care what party they're from.
They don't have to eat broccoli.
But they have to be.
I don't like broccoli.
Yeah.
Not going to do it. Not going to do
You
it.
need somebody that's going to bring the country back. I don't know who that would be. It sure is only going to be Joe. It ain't going to be Kamala Harris. I don't know who they have on.
It's not going to be the Don either.
Not going to be Clinton.
So
it's not going to be Trump.
All right, so let's just say all these guys are gone. Who's left?
I don't know.
Who do you choose? Who do you put up there?
I don't know. You got
the guy from Florida.
You hear him. He's trying to get in there too. You got Haley coming from ex-governor of North Carolina. So,
Scott, the comment of the day, Scott, you win the internet. Spy balloons are distractions from the multi-purpose athletic field.
Yeah.
DeSantis, Gary DeSantis. That's who it is, Florida. Does he have a shot in hell?
I don't know.
But who else is there? Who else is coming?
Haley Nikki Haley just.
Nikki Haley,
announced.
okay.
Nobody. I haven't heard anybody from the Democrat side yet, because Joe's not conceding yet. Yeah. I mean, she's a feisty. When she was in the United Nations, she was pretty feisty, keeping people in their place. So, I don't know. I think if it came down between Harris and Haley, I think I would go with Haley, not Harris. But I don't know who is out there. Why don't you run?
No.
You don't know who's going to pop up. They're going to have to pop up pretty soon because another couple months. Well, not a couple months. Sorry. Sometime during this year, they'll pop up. Who's going to run?
All right. So here are some potential candidates.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
For 2024. We know about Joe. We know about Don.
Yep.
Stacey Abrams.
Nah. She's from what, Georgia? That ain't gonna happen.
John Bolton.
No. He was a defense. Nah, he ain't gonna
National Security Advisor.
Yeah, for the Trump. No, that ain't gonna
Has
happen.
announced plans to challenge his ex-boss,
Nah.
Donald Trump, on the ballot.
He ain't gonna be. Nah, forget it.
Pete.
Who?
Who's it? How do you pronounce his name? Buttigieg?
I don't know.
Former mayor of South Bend, Indiana, quickly entered the conversation when he announced plans to run for president in 2020. Pete Buttigieg placed fifth in the primaries after dropping out of the race. Okay. Liz Cheney.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
Ted Cruz.
No. No way.
Ron DeSantis.
A lot of people like him.
He's only 44 years old.
A lot of people like him too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Could be the Antichrist. Nikki Haley.
Yeah.
Let's see. Kamala Harris.
No, but they will let her get in.
Josh Hawley.
Don't know who that is.
Senator Hawley.
Don't know who that is.
Missouri.
Oh,
Larry Hogan.
don't know.
Democratic State of Maryland Governor. Larry
Oh.
Hogan.
No.
Asa Hutchinson.
No.
He's 72.
No.
I can't even pronounce half these names. Amy Klobuchar. These are all people that are rumored and likely to run. Gavin Newsom.
You want to go to governor of California?
Kristi Noem. Former U.S. representative and the current South Dakota governor.
Oh. Yeah, so we don't hear too much about these people because they're on the other side of the country.
AOC.
Too young. Can you
She
imagine?
can't run. She's only 33. You have to be 38, right?
I don't know. You better not say that too loud. You're
No.
should be coming up and kicking my ass.
How about Mike Pence?
Yeah, she likes AOC.
Yeah. Mike Pence.
No.
No. Mike Pompeo.
No.
Let's see if there's a couple more here. I have no idea. Vivek Ramaswamy.
Mm-mm.
He's
No.
he's 37.
Nobody knows him.
Ohio.
Nobody knows who it is.
And can we not forget 81-year-old Bernie Sanders?
Bernie's not going to run. No. Yeah, that'd be like another.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Bernie's brain is in better shape than Joe Biden, for Christ's sakes.
Kanye.
Nah.
Victoria says how you pronounce it is Buttigieg. Okay.
Nah.
Is Fetterman on the list? I did not see.
Letterman? No, he can't. He's sick.
Beto O'Rourke. Nope, not on the list.
No.
Court Kinney. we need a strong. Well, no, he should run too. He should run for selectman. We need a strong man who cares about the country like it is her children and doesn't take any S period T exclamation point.
Who is it?
No, just said, we need a strong man who cares about the country like it's. Oh no, I'm sorry, strong mom who cares about this country like it's her children.
In other words,
Okay.
he's saying a woman president.
I think it's more that we're overdue.
Yeah, as long as it's not Hillary.
Read my lips.
Yeah, we don't need Hillary. We need someone.
And of course, Cindy comes up with her favorite candidate. Vote for Pedro.
Pedro.
You don't know.
Who's Pedro?
If you've never seen Napoleon Dynamite,
No.
Oh, you totally missed the joke then.
No. Mm-mm.
Napoleon. He was Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, Napoleon.
Who talks like this? Phaedra offers you his protection.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yes, I'm going to build her a cake.
Hmm.
Looking at you, watch. You got somewhere to go there, Paul?
No, I was just
Anybody
looking.
want to co-host the show? Paul's got to go, apparently.
No, I'm just saying now we should chip the subject and say, what did you get for Valentine's Day? Make it a little
That's
more.
a hell of a segue, dude.
Well, we talked about politics enough.
Oh, well, no, but you know what? I do want to.
There was some more comments?
Yeah, well, no, I want to go local now for a minute.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
Go ahead.
So tonight is the EDC meeting, right?
Yes, it
Economic
is.
Development
Yep,
Committee,
yep,
right?
Yep.
Okay. Here's the agenda. Here's the agenda right there, kids. Call to order, roll call, determination of a quorum. Okay, whoop-de-doo. Approval of minutes, whoop-de-doo. Public comments. Okay, here we go. Heritage River Village project on 164. This is going to be the fastest meeting of all time. Nothing. 134 road. 134.
Well,
Preston Road, nothing.
Heritage Village will be discussion of the grant.
Infrastructure update. Nothing.
Well, the only thing we got to find out is did they go out for bid?
That's right. Okay.
That's
30 seconds.
Yeah.
The point I guess I'm trying to make about this whole thing right here is there's nothing on it, which bothers me as a resident, that nothing is in the works. Potentially,
read some of the last month's meeting. No notes.
Yeah, nothing.
Did you ever read the notes?
Yeah.
Have you read the meeting notes from
Yes,
last month?
but they're vague.
The notes?
Some of them are, yeah. Some of them are very vague.
Did you read some of the comments that I made?
No, tell me about them, Paul.
I asked the question: is there any money coming in?
Okay.
And the answer was no.
Yeah.
Then how do we keep spending without any money coming in? And who's that going to be on? The residents. The cost of the infrastructure is like unbelievable.
Yeah.
And we all know, you know, how many times we talked about this, that the only way we're going to have any revenue coming in is to get that infrastructure in so we can get people,
Wolverines.
you know, so.
What I was saying is that as a resident, listening to an EDC meeting or reading the notes or anything like that, and hearing there is nothing, nothing in the coffer ready to go, that's very discouraging.
Nothing. I mean, even, like I said,
Very discouraging. This is I can't remember a time where there was nothing happening. Nothing.
we're too late. We're too late. The infrastructure should have been in.
30 years ago.
Well, yeah.
40 years ago.
Yeah, but unfortunately it didn't get done.
If it was, guess what? It'd be Griswold Landing.
Probably. Yeah. And that's, again, hindsight is always 2020. So you know, you don't know what people were thinking back then. And being late now, we should have been in a couple of years ago. It wouldn't have cost us as much. Now it's at a point where it's costing us so much to put the thing in because of the price of materials and everything going up. And the interest rates being where they are, why would a business or why would somebody want to build if the interest rates are wacko? I mean, you got to borrow money. You really want to pay for it at a higher rate. A couple of years ago, the rates were down. Should have had to put it in then. It's too late now. We missed it. So we put it in. So we spend 15. Well, we're going to spend, let's see, 10 plus 6, probably close to 17 or 18 million dollars to get infrastructure put in, right?
That's including the water tower.
Yeah, that's including the water tower. And then, okay, you got the one down by the golf course. What else we got? Nothing. Because now all that, any other land that we have there, how are people going to afford to build anything when the interest rates are like where they are?
So
So that's going to be delayed for another few more years until the rates drop.
good morning, Mary Beth. She has made a comment, and I was waiting for this.
Yeah.
I was waiting for this. What about the data centers? There's an article in the Day newspaper that they are going to Waterford.
Yep. Because my understanding is
How did we screw this up?
originally when they were going to do the infrastructure, the tower, and they were going to pay for it, was
I was at that
1.5
meeting.
was 1.5 million. The water tower now went to 6 million, and they decided we're not paying for it. So they went to Waterford.
I was at that meeting.
Now, my question is, Waterford, is there a public utility in Waterford? Is it Groton Utilities?
Not in Waterford. No.
No, because they were working.
I don't know of a municipality over there.
Well, that's why I don't understand why Waterford, because the whole idea was to work with a
The electric company to
municipality
negotiate. Right.
so they could
Payment in lieu of taxes.
right, where they couldn't do it with Eversource,
Eversource.
because it's
Pura.
pure.
Right.
So I don't know how they go on to Waterford unless they're getting something from Groton Utilities. I don't know. But yeah, my understanding is they're gone. They're not here. We lost it.
Scott says, well, at least we didn't build a giant warehouse on an empty plot and have it sitting there, not being used a year later.
Yeah. Well, he's talking probably the Plainfield one. and
Amazon,
we-
yeah.
Yeah. And we all know what's happening there. It's because they can't get the items to complete it on the inside.
Yeah.
I mean, it's supply and demand. They can't finish it. So you can't open it if you don't
Sure.
have it. It's not set up. So that's the reason for that. Just like the problem we're having, we can't, we're our pipes. We're paying instead of paying $3 a foot, we're probably paying $20 a foot or $30 a foot now. Can't get it.
And then I get a kick out of the people that say Griswold is, the taxes go up. I mean, it's too expensive, right? Move to Norwich. Enjoy that tax bill every year.
Well, yeah. But
these are things that should have been here.
Oh yeah.
Should have. We should have dropped our drawers getting these people in here. Am I wrong or serious?
I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't.
It would have been free money. Nobody would have known they were there.
Well, who? You got to think who were the people in charge back then? Why didn't they do it back then? I don't know. You got to ask them.
They were.
Well, why didn't they put it in? I don't know.
Do we want to go there? Do we want to go there right now?
I don't know.
You're posing the question. So what about an answer?
I don't know who was in charge.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know. I wasn't raised around here. I came from Norwich. I even came from Lisbon.
All right.
So you can point the fingers all you want.
I'm
at
not
people.
pointing fingers.
Well,
I'm saying you made a comment, so I want to know where that comment was from. And all of a sudden, it's like, no, I'm from Norwich. And
No, I don't know who you can blame for it not being done years ago.
I'm talking about right now.
Right now?
Yeah, in the last 4 years, when these things were coming in,
Well-
you yourself, sir, did all sorts of research.
Yeah.
To show that these things are not loud. These things are not.
Well,
whatever.
yeah. Okay, we're talking now.
What
I thought you were
happened?
talking- yeah. What happened?
What happened? Who screwed this up? Or group screwed this up, whether it's us or them, that now they're not coming here.
Well,
Or at least they're not looking at us anymore like they were. Who screwed it up?
Well, I think a lot of people, when it came to the meeting, they bitched about noise. That was one thing that they complained about. Noise.
We rebuked that.
Noise. We did. Yeah, there was no such thing as noise. Maybe a little bit of wind coming off the top of the air conditioning units, and maybe when the generator started up. But not in my backyard. There's another one. Old money versus new money. And the other thing that hit us unfortunately, and I hate to keep going back there, was the pandemic hit us, and that stopped everything too.
Court says Griswold had no impact on the data center decision.
All I heard was they did not want to spend $6 million for the water tower. That was one thing I heard. Right, they were going to put it in for 1.5, but not 6.
No. I think if a town wants something, they go get it.
No.
You negotiate, and it's a business deal.
I don't know what happens down there. I don't know what the discussion was. I mean, the other thing too, we got to remember too that there was a big turnaround inside the data center management group.
Right. See, this is why I think this is the first time I don't agree with Court, because we had the municipality. They could, okay, there were negotiations that were possible.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
They had possible sites on
Yes, they
land.
did. Yep.
Multiple locations.
Yep.
What happened? That's my point, is what happened?
Well, I think one thing that happened was the original folks that came in pushing the data center, there was a shakeup in their organization.
Okay.
Okay. So that kind of screwed it up. And then they had to reorganize and get a whole new group of management in there, I think that was one thing that happened. In the meantime, we still have no infrastructure, which they needed. And they would have put it in too. I mean, I think if you remember when they came to that meeting, they were going to pay to have it put in so they could have what they needed.
Hmm.
You know, all they didn't need a lot of water. They really didn't need any sewer either. I mean, think about it. So, but yeah,
Unless there was something incredibly bonehead stupid about this, could you find anything that was wrong with having these data centers come to town?
No. I think it was a win-win for Jewett City Electric.
Absolutely.
And you realize what would have happened for the people in Jewett City? If the data centers would have went in and the Jewett City Electric Company would have gotten all of that KW being paid for by the data center, what do you think the rates would be? Exactly right.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't be dependent on the residents to pay for it'd be that data center. And the rates would either stay status quo, they wouldn't go up, or even maybe get down a little bit. So there you go.
So there's the financial, just on the onset, the financial
on Jewett City, and Jewett City Electric would have been happy. Absolutely.
So where did it go south? What
happened?
Why did they pull out of the land deals?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the landowners. I don't know. I have no clue. But I know I did hear the one thing about the water tower being so expensive that they decided they weren't going to spend it. And that's why we're paying to have the water tower. And we're trying to get the money to get the water tower put in, which is a $6.5 million increase over what we were originally going to do, because I don't think we were planning on paying for the water tower when they decided to put in the infrastructure, because it was good. They were going to put it in. So now that's a burden on us. That's why they're going for the $18 million grant, to get the extra 6 to put.
And we don't know if we're going to get that.
Don't even know what they're going to get. You may only get 10 million. Then the money. Then where do you think the money is going to come from? Because if we don't, we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Because if we don't put it in, we go nowhere.
The data center project has really frustrated me, because
me too.
There was something that I really sunk my teeth into, and I'm like, I was looking for you and I were both looking for some negative.
Yeah, there really wasn't anything.
I couldn't find anything.
I mean, think about it. They're going to be.
Sure, there was, but I couldn't.
There was no
see.
town services needed. None.
Yeah.
Because they were self-sufficient. I just sat there, a bunch of computers going bing, 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 and running whatever. Not a lot of people in there. So what's the big deal? But a lot of people, it's going to be a lot of noise coming out of there. Those air conditioned units are going to make a lot of noise. I mean, think about it. There wasn't even any pollution, for Christ's sakes. I mean, oh well. We can complain all we want, but it's gone. They're gone. I'm surprised they're going to Waterford, though. That surprises me.
If we took all of the maybes of businesses and organizations and corporations that we're looking at Grizzle to come to, nobody would be talking at all about the cost
Right.
of a multi-purpose field.
At the time that they were going to put
I mean, we got it. Okay, great. But I'm just saying, it would not.
No, it
even
would have not.
been an
No,
issue.
it would have not been an issue because there would have been money coming in. Yeah. Nobody would have complained.
So
at
that's
all.
why I'm saying,
Yeah.
who screwed it up?
Hmm.
Somebody. It had to. It had to. Whether. Okay, so court says no, it wasn't in Grizzle. Then where? I mean, we know that the company got sold. You know, there's new people running it.
Yeah. I think it was the added cost,
It has
and we
to
didn't
be.
have the infrastructure in place. That the added cost that would have been to them that they didn't want to pay, so they looked elsewhere.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it is too bad. And
It's
I,
too
you
bad.
know, something I still don't know if we're ever going to get that infrastructure in, because if these grants don't come through,
It's not going to happen.
where are they going to put that extra 6 million? I mean, I think
If the grants don't come through,
I
it's not
think-
going to happen. If it does happen, it's not going to be for a while.
I think the bond wasn't the bond they went for like
6
6 million. Right. So that's 6 million.
Right.
Right now it's what, 10 million, 10.5 million to put the thing in.
That's
now.
what you've been saying. Yes.
Yeah, I think I saw that on a piece of paper. The water, yeah, I just part of the minutes. And then the water tower is another 6.5 million. So that's $16.5 million, give or take. Let's call it 18. So we got what, 1.4 from USDA, right? We got 1.4 in ARPA funds, what they said they were going to use. So that's 2.8. So deduct the 2.8 from.
So that's almost half of the water tower.
No, because don't forget, the infrastructure went from 6 to 10. 6 to 10 million.
Okay.
So that's still not paying for the infrastructure yet. So you got 6 plus.
No, I'm just going at the fact that the water tower was 6 million, and with the 2 grants, you'd be like half the price of the water tower.
If they get, well, let's back this up again. 6 million plus the 4, that's 10. Yeah, 6 million. So if they don't get the grants, where's that 6 million coming from?
I don't know. All I know is that there is a grant application in for $18 million.
There is a grant
We're not
application.
going to find out. It's what, July, August?
July. So do you move forward?
Then what?
You move forward with,
Right.
you move forward and not, I mean, we're going to be in a situation like people complain with the senior center. Moving forward with a project that you don't have all the money for. Right? That's what people are going to complain about because we don't have the money for
But I
the
will
water
say
tower yet.
That I played music for the senior center Valentine's Day party yesterday.
Oh, you did?
And it was fun. It's
Yeah.
a beautiful facility.
Yeah. But think about it. So if
And I'm going to tell you, in a year from now,
Yeah.
all of the naysayers are going to say, you know what? That was a pretty good idea. Wait till you see what's going on there.
Yeah, I agree. I'm keeping the numbers in my head. If the ball field that we're putting in was close to $500,000, which was only 3.8, and we got to come up with 6 million for the water tower, and that was like $500,000. So we're talking another $500,000
Mhm.
to put the infrastructure in.
We're still less than Norwich.
So I don't know. We'll have to see what your financial guy says tomorrow, how they're going to handle that.
My financial guy.
The financial guy's coming tomorrow, right? So
Oh, Alex.
Yeah, need to ask-
Alex Greslak is going to be on tomorrow morning.
so we
with
need
us.
to ask them the question: how are they going to handle the infrastructure, which is very important for us to start having revenue come in from outside the residence?
So Alex, just so you know, is the chairman of the board of finance. So it's gonna be a good conversation because it's budget season. What's going to happen there? How are things with the multi-purpose field going to affect taxes in a real world scenario?
Mhm.
Because we can all sit here and talk and guesstimate. Maybe Alex can give us some insight of
I don't know. Maybe we got
what's
some.
on the plate. So
I don't know. Maybe we got some hidden money in the bank account we don't know about.
who knows?
I don't know. I have no clue.
It's all buried underneath Paul's desk at home.
Yeah. I wish
Thanks
I
to
would.
Paul's Pot Farm,
It's my
Hill Street.
it's the documents I stole from the town hall.
Now you were only vice chair. You couldn't change anything from
and they're
classify. You can't declassify
yeah.
anything.
No, they're in my garage next to my car.
I'm in charge now. Oh, wait a minute. That's not you.
Yeah. Well, interesting. It'll be interesting to see what he says, how we're going to handle all these
Yeah.
expenses.
And you're going to come in tomorrow for that, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So Paul will be in here. We'll be here tomorrow. It'll be good to have. It'll be the first time too. We've always had Scott Davis.
Yep.
In the past, who's a wonderful, wonderful guest.
Yep.
And a wonderful human being.
Yeah.
To boot. But we've never had Alex. Alex has got some righteous hair too, man. So
Yeah, I was saying, looks like a rock star.
he's a rock star, man.
Yeah.
So we are going to, but he's a finance guy. That's what he does. And we'll get to meet and understand a little bit more about Alex, which maybe people don't know about, and why he was elected to the Board of Finance chair. So I think that'll be interesting. So, and that'll be tomorrow. Alex will be here right around 9:00. So if you're concerned or curious about town finances and where they're going and what it might look like, you should definitely tune in tomorrow and join us for
Yeah.
the Board of
I hope he's got
Chairman
some good
Alex
answers.
Kreslak.
Maybe they got the money covered for the infrastructure. I don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. But all we do know, and I know, is that the Board of Finance, they hold the hammer.
They hold the pen to the checkbook.
You betcha.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, Paul. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming in for tomorrow. It'll be super duper D. And hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching right here on SNSN.
Hi, this is Lisa Griffin of Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank. Well, some banks offer checking account rewards, and some banks rebate ATM withdrawal fees. At Eastern, we say, why choose? Check out our Kasasa checking accounts and find out how you can get both. For more information, visit bankeasternct.com. Call us at